As Sony continues to push the growth of the Ghostbusters franchise, at least to newer endeavors, with a more successful, promising future rather than where 2016 left it. But since Ghostbusters Afterlife, I think hopes have been somewhat lifted. But we're seeing this expansion, like many of our big franchises, and smaller franchises as well, with going from the cinematic lens into the video game space. Very popular avenue. Video games are quickly becoming a staple for main franchise stores, rather than just their own little spin-off features and their own titles. Ghostbusters is getting that treatment with several releases, actually, and this is called Spirits Unleashed. I believe this is a new console game. I couldn't find much information in the way of what this game is specifically plot-wise, other than it's going to be on several platforms, including PC, PS5 and 4, Xbox Series X, S, and the Xbox One, and it's releasing at some point in 2022, or at least it's what I expected. Maybe it could be delayed, I have no idea. But it's also coming out from, if you're familiar with these titles, which I'm not, Ilphonic, I think is the name of the studio, I might have that wrong, but they've done Friday the 13th and Predator Hunting Grounds. I'm checking out the IGN synopsis for at least this reveal trailer. It's kind of what's giving me the information here, because again, I don't know much about it, but it's a new 4 versus 1, so again, there's the multiplayer component, asymmetrical multiplayer game. I don't know what they mean by that. I'm not exactly, I am a gamer, but I'm not familiar with all the lingo out there in the world. So I'm like, what is an asymmetrical multiplayer game? For those of you who are familiar with what that means, let me know down below. Maybe they say 4x1, and that you're like 5 different people. Usually multiplayer games only go up to about 4. That's interesting. Anyway, let's get a look for this game in terms of what maybe the plot will be, as well as the overall game. It's still early days in regard to the advertising. Like, this just came out very recently, but let's see what happens if Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. I mean, again, there's been a promising start so far of Ghostbusters in the video game realm, at least in recent years, ever since Ghostbusters Afterlife. I know the remastered game has done very well. Let's see. It certainly has a lot of adulation. I've even heard it referred to as Ghostbusters 3, essentially, as a movie, making that, I guess, Ghostbusters 4 in the case of Afterlife. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the reveal trailer. Let's give Spirits Unleashed, a try. Here we go.
Yeah, we saved the world a few times. But between that, we provided a needed service to the
Good
masses.
Habs.
That's where you come in. We're passing the torch, or better yet, passing the particle thrower, giving you the tools.
There's another Next Generation story.
Now let's see if you have the talent.
I guess so.
Keep your head up.
Was that the
charge?
Hang on. I'm trying to tell you the characters were. One looked like Leslie Jones in the 2016 movie.
We're a team working together to watch each other's back.
Ghosts look cool. The animations are interesting. Certainly fit in line with the movie.
Now, I know you're still a ghost-busting trainee, but
Okay.
there's much more here than meets the eye.
Brace
Take a look
bookstore.
at this.
I mean, it's a Christian. I'm kind of like, well, the occult thing,
You
okay,
have a
but
chance
still,
to
I mean,
see
that was an element to the
firsthand what
movie, to be fair.
exists on the other side.
And it fits into the paranormal
Catching
world of
ghosts is
Ghostbusters.
only the half of it.
So the returning
So
characters,
you want to play as a ghost?
for the most part.
I'd like to see you try to take on my team.
It's a good title, and the game looks pretty good. I've got another video I'm going to look at in the future separately. It's going to go more into the gameplay itself, so we can see the game better flesh itself out in a longer cut there. But the reveal teaser, this fits very well in line with where Ghostbusters was established before in the movies. The characters here. Okay, some characters are fresh. Who's the one in the middle? I forget the name of the character Leslie Jones played, but is that a woman or a guy? It might be a guy. There's a woman on the left. Based on the character design, I mean, again, maybe it's just hard to tell because of my computer lighting. Hang on, let me brighten this up a bit. I don't know if I can or not. I've got a bit of... Nope, it's on full blast. I can't see it that well. Maybe? And again, it's been a little while. And I think that's a woman, though. I'm not sure. And it's 4x1. So I'm assuming you're not playing as one of these characters. These are your teammates. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to find out more in time. Maybe the gameplay will flesh this out too in terms of my questions. Is that Leslie Jones's character? Because, I mean, that'd be interesting. Like, the movies seem to be deterring from Ghostbusters 2016, much to the chagrin of certain Ghostbusters Twitter users. I've seen a bit of a freak out. Even Paul Feig was like, well, they didn't include it. I think they actually ended up including the 2016 cut after the protesting on Twitter in the DVD pack, which is kind of funny. It was like, oh, okay. Even though that movie, I'm telling you, I saw it. Well, I've stated before, people have stated their piece of it. I fell asleep watching that movie. So I'm like, well, the promising future of Afterlife, even though at present I haven't seen it yet, I could clearly tell it was there. It was much better in line with the original movies. 2016 was not. Again, I took a nap for like the last hour of the film. And I woke up and I'm like, I have to watch this again. Anyway, that'd be interesting to see if they're trying to bring that back. Like, the film didn't fare that well, though, critically or box office wise, from what I remember. So it'd be interesting to see them try to combine those worlds a second time. I don't think it would work, but the overall game looks fun. Maybe that'll become like a forgettable element. It's, again, in spirit of the originals. It's connected there by seeing, Ray pop up, or Dan Aykroyd's character. So, it seems like a good entry. Again, I'm not exactly sure if this is fitting into the canon, or if this is kind of like a spin-off adventure where, this was made for fun, right, by our fans of the movie and the franchise. But again, we're seeing an expansion, of the video gaming space with the Ghostbusters property. Fits, again, majority of franchises are doing that these days. It looks like a lot of fun. It seems like a pretty accessible release given the variety of platforms it's going to be on. Whatever your thoughts happen to be, let me know down below, but I think the game overall looks promising based on this reveal trailer. We're going to look at the gameplay video, as I said, separately in a future video that'll go more into detail and more of an expanded cut as to how significant the game is beyond that. Maybe what sets it apart from other video game releases within the Ghostbusters world, but I think it looks like it has a promising future. It's very enticing in regard to the energy. It's a reminder of what the films were originally, right, in their early days. So it kind of feels like a return to that world in the video gaming space, and maybe one that will be a lot of fun. We'll see with time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.